This is my 17th lecture on matrices. Today we will discuss about the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. But before going to the theorem first, I want to discuss some problem based on Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Then we will go to the how to um, go to the theorem itself. So, proof of the theorem, the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Suppose a matrix A is given. Find the characteristic equation of the matrix and verify that it is satisfied by A and hence obtain A inverse. So find at first A minus lambda I as we did earlier and find a equation of the form here it is 3 cross 3 matrix. So we will get, if lambda is the eigenvalues, we can get a equation of the form power of lambda cube, at most power of lambda cube. So here we can see the function, and putting this is equal to 0, we can get the value. Put this is equal to 0. Now, according to Cayley-Hamilton theorem, Cayley-Hamilton theorem says that if we put A in place of lambda, then this equation is satisfied. So, in place of lambda cube, we write a cube minus 6a square plus lambda 9a minus 4I is equal to 0. If this condition satisfied, then we say the Cayley-Hamilton theorem is satisfied. Again, I am saying A minus lambda I, the determinant, take the determinant, and we will find a polynomial of degree n, and in this polynomial of degree n in lambda, if we substitute the value of A in place of lambda, then the equation, if the equation is satisfied, then we say that the Cayley-Hamilton theorem is satisfied. Now, we know I equal to unit matrix. Since it is 3 cross 3, so we have to take I 3 cross 3. A is given, then find A square, A cube, etc. by using matrix multiplication method. Now, A cube, put the value of A cube, then 6 A square plus 9A minus 4I. After calculation, you can see here that its value becomes a zero matrix. So the Cayley-Hamilton theorem here, it is satisfied. Now, if we multiply the equation 1 by my A inverse, then we get A square minus 6A plus 9I minus 4A inverse. If I take 4A inverse on the right side, so A square minus 6A plus 9I, and then dividing it by 4. After calculating this, its value, if we divided it by 4, we get the value of A inverse. Here they did in the same way I explained. So this way can also you do the value, you can find the value of A inverse. Here some homework also given, you do that. Now I am going to prove the Cayley-Hamilton theorem, which is very important for you people. Now, the Cayley-Hamilton theorem says every square matrix satisfied is characteristic equation, that is equation in lambda is that is if for a square matrix A of order n, a determinant of A minus lambda I can be written in the form, hence the matrix equation given by this is satisfied by putting x is equal to A, and it can be satisfied. Since A minus lambda I are of the first degree in lambda, A minus lambda I is first degree in lambda. And now the adjoint of A minus lambda I, A minus lambda I determinant is of degree n, but adjoint of A minus lambda I is is of degree n minus 1, because we in a adjoint A minus lambda I we take the cofactor of A. So A adjoint of A minus lambda I can be written as a polynomial of degree n minus 1. So can be written as B0 lambda n minus 1 plus B1 lambda n minus 2 and up to Bn minus 1, where B0, B1, Bn minus 1 are the matrices of the type n cross n whose elements are function of Aij's. Now A adjoint A is equal to A modulus into I. A here in place of A we can write A minus lambda I. So A minus lambda I the modulus, because A adjoint A is equal to A modulus into I. So A minus lambda I into A adjoint A minus lambda I can be written as B0 lambda to the power n minus 1, B1 lambda to the power n minus 2 up to Bn minus 1. A adjoint A is equal to determinant of A minus lambda I into I, which can be written as we did 1 minus 1 to the power n into lambda to the power n plus A1 lambda to the power n minus 1 up to An into I. So comparing the coefficient of lambda on both sides, here I can say when we multiply lambda I into B0, we will get the power of lambda is n. So on the left hand side, if I take I into B0, on the right hand side lambda n, the coefficient of lambda n is minus 1 to the power lambda n into I. Similarly, if I could compare the coefficient of lambda n minus 1 on both sides, here A into B0, we get A into B0 with lambda to the power n minus 1. So coefficient of lambda to the power n minus 1 is A into B0. On the right hand side, that is minus 1 to the power n A1 into I. Similarly, the coefficient of lambda to the power n minus 2, comparing, we can write the values you can see on screen. So pre-multiplying this, we pre-multiply the first equation with An, the second equation with An minus 1, the third equation and the last equation with I, and after adding we get the see here, if I multiply the first equation with An, it will become An B0 minus An B0, and on the right hand side also we get a n into I, and so on. Next, a n minus 1, if we multiply the second equation, it will also a n minus 1 with, then we will get a uh, n into b0, which gets cancelled with the previous one. This way we get 0 is equal to minus 1 to the power n a n plus a1 a to the power n minus 1, and so on. Thus we get the this is the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So student, today this much only. Thank you.